Immediately this caused drama. Why? Because one of my detractor slash restreamer slash hate watcher slash internet stalkers, their name is like Duty Stream. They can make a fake ID from a victim's information. Well, that's true, but they could do that with anything. They don't even need to steal your license to do that. They could just have your basic information to make a fake license then, right? There you go. So nothing here says, I knew someone whose identity was compromised. I can tell you it's a nightmare. Everything was resolved in the end, but mental stress was bad and it took months to clear things. I can tell you firsthand that's the case. I went through it. I had someone, I told you, they were socially engineering many of my accounts with my basic info, and I had people sending money to businesses that I didn't owe money. They were sending thousands of dollars out of my bank accounts to companies for no reason, just to empty my bank account so I would have no money. And I was like, what? So then you're like, well, how did they do this? And every company's like, well, rather than actually figure out where the fuck up was, we're just going to all close our accounts and give you new ones. It's like, but whoa. But you fucked up. You gave someone access to my accounts. You should have never done that, right? Like, why can't we figure that out? And then the funny part is, I kid you not, some of these companies actually like stopped doing business with me or sold off my accounts to other companies because they were afraid that they were going to get sued by me. So I've been through it, and yeah, it's a nightmare. I told you guys, I eventually had to get a whole new bank account. I had to do everything from scratch, like start over, because people were just getting access to shit that they never should have had access to. Okay? So pretty terrible stuff. And I get it. But the thing is, I'm a public face. I'm a public figure. My shit leaked and everyone, oh, well, I hate Darkside Phil, I'll fuck with him, right? In general, I don't feel like most people whose data leaks ever had this happen to them. By the way, I'm not saying that's okay. I'm not saying that it's okay that it happens to a single person. I'm just saying, law of averages here. In general, if your data leaks, probably no one's ever going to use it for anything. Maybe 1 in a million. And that one person is the person like nothing here said, sadly gets harassed and has to deal with fixing this shit, right? But it's not a common thing, right? By the way, RayRays59, thank you for $2, and he says, pretty much all your info is out there. Anyway, in one way or another, it is. A lot of people just don't realize it, but in one way or another, most people's info is out there on the internet, in some way. Painful Lines, yes, I do see, potentially I see both sides of the case. I do. On the one hand, is there a massive problem right now online with online harassment, with online bullying, with crimes online of things like this kind of identity theft and stuff, with pedophilic communities formulating around games like Roblox, with social media accounts like TikTok and Discord? Yes, there is a big problem with this shit. For sure, 1,000,000%. It's like indisputable that stuff is happening. And up to now, we really just haven't been dealing with it. It's kind of been like, oh, turn a blind eye to it. So now it looks like these things are now being forced to being dealt with, right? So I get it, and I understand why this needs to be addressed. At the same time, I have been on the side of being or having my identity stolen and impersonated, right? Socially engineered accounts, having so many messed up things happen, setting me back. We're talking, I was already set back because I went through a bankruptcy or was going through the bankruptcy. And then this happened on top of it at the same fucking time. So you can imagine already things are fucked up for me. And then they're just doubly fucked up, compounded fucked up because of these people. I had arrangements that I had made through the bankruptcy that then I couldn't pay anyone any money because I had no money because they sent my money away. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, it was really messed up. But, at the same time, I don't know. Do you do absolutely nothing? So we're not going to do anything. We're never going to verify anyone's identity on the internet. It's okay. Let everyone get away with everything. Or do we do it? But then we're like, now everyone's information is out there and liable. I don't know. Like, it's a gray area. And it seems like these companies are now taking action. And the truth is Discord would not be taking this action if something serious hadn't happened. Someone is suing them, or something bad really happened via Discord, and now they're like, we have to do this or else we're in trouble. There's no other reason any of these companies would ever take action. It's just like I said with YouTube. YouTube will literally never take an action unless they're getting sued. So unless something horrible happened and now they have a giant lawsuit against them, they'll just ignore it. That's how they operate. No, I agree, Gary. He says, man, Phil, I just don't want my identity stolen. I don't want your identity to get stolen. I certainly never wanted my ID to get stolen. All these horrible things that are possible when this happens, like, it's terrible stuff. No, my position is I do actually feel like there should be things being done at this point. You can't ignore problems forever and just hope they go away. You eventually have to address them. And the longer that you don't address them, they compound and get worse and worse and worse. And that's what's happened. Okay. So we do need to have something in place, whether it's identity verification or something needs to happen to make sure that kids are safe online, that identities are verified for people saying who they are, and that we don't have mass crimes occurring on the internet. At the very same time, you're right, people have a right to use the internet and not have all of their shit just leaked and no one's responsible, right? Like, Discord was hacked and 70,000 identities were leaked, right? So why haven't they been sued into fucking oblivion, and why aren't they bankrupt right now? Because they gave away everyone's information. They should be. When you provide your information to any of these services, whether it's YouTube or Twitch or a social media company or Discord, they are legally liable to protect your data. It's in the terms of service. They have to. You can't just give them your data and then they just give it away. That's not allowed, ever. So every time that there's a data breach, there should be a monstrous multi-million-dollar lawsuit as a penalty. Then the company will take the shit seriously. Because I hate to say it, if every company seems to always get hacked at some point, they're just not taking the shit seriously. It's that simple. Yeah, Zelvinia says, remember the fears people have with net neutrality being repealed? That aged like fine milk. Yeah, you notice we don't have net neutrality anymore and nothing happened. Nothing at all. So it sounds to me like people were just misunderstanding that to begin with and didn't even understand what it was. And now that it's gone, it's affected like nothing. What's up, King Michael? How you doing? What's up, Kimikaze? How you doing? How's everybody? All right. Well, we've chilled for an hour.